Hello and welcome to Focus on Crestview. I'm Karen Hardell, owner of A Better Ledger Company and president of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce. Our guest this month is Mr. Bob Jones, principal of Crestview High School. Welcome, Bob.
Good morning, Karen.
And you are here representing Okaloosa Schools.
I am.
Okaloosa School System this month is our breakfast sponsor.
Right.
And that's sort of a tradition we were talking about earlier. Why don't you tell us a little bit about why the school system...
This is the fourth year, Karen, that the North Okaloosa County Schools, which are the 5 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and the high school in Crestview, plus Baker School and Laurel Hill School, sponsor the Crestview a breakfast once a year in order to thank the businesses for what they've done for us. It's our way of giving back to the local businesses. There's a lot of things they do for us that we just could not do without their support.
What are some of the ways that the local businesses help out in the school systems?
Well, one of the many things they do, they sponsor elementary classrooms, which is just a business adopts an elementary classroom, and they provide some funds to help with extra activities, extra materials and things for the students. They purchase ads in the yearbooks, which allows us to sell our yearbooks for a much cheaper price that the students can afford. They buy ads in our programs for our athletic events at our high schools and at our middle schools. They buy signs that are put up on the fences and around the stadiums and in our gyms to sponsor our athletic programs. They sponsor special events a lot of times. If we have a special run as a fundraiser or something, we're doing a 5K run, we'll have t-shirts with a dozen or more area businesses on the back of those shirts. And then just the things that they do, like when we have a special event, and a great for instance is last year, I was fortunate to be able to go with the Crestview High Band when we went to Pasadena and marched in the Rose Parade. We could not have gone without the financial support. Some of the area businesses gave way above and beyond to help to fund that event and to help pay for the students that struggled themselves to be able to pay for their part of it.
Now, you took how many students to Pasadena?
We took 180 students and then about 50 adults.
Okay. So over 200 people got to go and represent us on national TV
Absolutely.
at the Rose Parade last year. And local businesses just donated money. They had events. What kind of things did they do?
Some of them just gave money, then some of them helped sponsor events that we did. Like when we had the Harlem Globetrotters in to play, and several businesses sponsored door prizes and things at that event. So there's just all kinds of ways that they do things to help financially support programs that we otherwise couldn't do.
Right.
Our schools are struggling right now financially everywhere.
Right.
I just got back from the National Association of Secondary School Principals Conference in Washington, D.C., and one of the things that I learned as I'm talking with principals from all around the United States is everybody's in the same position we're in. We're all struggling financially. We have trouble having extracurricular programs and doing special little things we like to do for our students. So having local businesses sponsor events and pay for these events and help us with these events is a huge, huge impact on our schools for things that we just wouldn't be able to do without them. So the breakfast sponsorship in March is our way of thanking the businesses for what they do for us.
Well, we always appreciate you doing that, and we like to hear more about what's going on in the school system, so thank you for sponsoring. And you know, it's a win-win though for businesses. I'm sure not just the goodwill that they get, but sometimes they get advertising benefits and everything, and they're contributing to the quality of life in our community by contributing to the school system.
Absolutely, and so we feel like, you know, for our businesses it's a good thing because they're getting their name out in front of an awful lot of people. We have good crowds at our home football games, so when they get there, you know, at our place or even at Baker at a home football game there, they have great crowds. At the gyms in our middle schools and at Crestview High, at Laurel Hill and Baker, their ad up there on that wall, a lot of people are going to see those.
Absolutely. And how do people get in touch with you or the school system to find out how they can support?
They can support the school by going to okaloosaschools.com and contacting people at the school district or contacting the individual school. A lot of times people will want to give to a specific school. Maybe there's a business person whose child goes to an elementary school, so they want to help that school. Then a few years later, they're helping the middle school where the child is, and then a few years after that, they're at the high school helping. So a lot of times their support follows their child, and that's fine, that's wonderful.
Right.
We appreciate the fact that they recognize what we're doing and are able to help us out.
Okay. Well, Bob, when we come back, I think we're going to talk more about Crestview High School and some of the programs there. So be sure to stay tuned. You're watching Focus on Crestview.
When 10,000 students need to be online at the same time, Cox Business is there. When the big game relies on an even bigger communications network, we're there. And when students need the same tools and opportunities no matter where they are, we're there. With a $16 billion network and ability to route 50 million calls a day, Cox Business powers education. We're there for your business, too.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextsstopwrecks.org.
Welcome back to Focus on Crestview. I'm Karen Hardell, this year's president of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce. With me today is Bob Jones, who happens to also be a past president of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce and the principal of the Crestview High School Bulldogs. So welcome back.
Thank you, Karen.
Before the break, we were talking a little bit about local businesses and how they support the schools and what they can do. And I just wanted to throw a plug out there and encourage our viewers to support the businesses that support the school systems.
Thank you.
So you'll see their ads out on the ball field and in the yearbook and in the programs for the plays and those kind of things. Right. And give a shout out and encourage those businesses and thank them for supporting the schools.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And during this segment, we wanted to talk a little bit about an area that Okaloosa Schools has been a pioneer in, and that's the Choice program, right? So why don't you tell our viewers what that is?
Absolutely. The Choice Career Program is something that was initiated by now Senator Don Gates when he was our superintendent. And it involves a career training package that provides opportunities for our students to leave high school ready to go into the workforce should they choose that. Mm-hmm. They may choose military, they may choose college, but for those that don't, we want to prepare them for a career and not just a job. So what we have at Crestview High, the thing that's really awesome that I'm so proud of is that we're one of the very few high schools in the nation that have such an offering of career training on campus.
Well, that's fantastic. And I know we have a large high school. We serve a great number of families. And I'm sure there are a great number of those students who do want to go on to some kind of career. So what sort of programs do you have?
Well, I'm going to list them and kind of go through them quickly here because it is quite a list and more than I could memorize and talk about. To start, we have automotive service technology. This provides training for students that may want to be an automotive mechanic, which in this day and time is more than changing spark plugs and changing the oil. Today's cars are electronic, they're computerized, and they have to know a lot of computer technology to be able to do that. So we have that going on. Right. We have the Aviation Institute where we're partnered with Embry-Riddle. Okay. And Embry-Riddle is a well-known aviation university known throughout the world, and our students can get classroom credit, college credit from Embry-Riddle taking the courses. Okay. And in one of the courses they could actually even come out with their passing the private pilot written exam. Okay. Should they go that route. So it's a great choice. I'm a pilot. I would have loved to have had that when I was in high school, to get high school credit, college credit, and pass my written.
Right, so they're getting really a leg up.
Yes, absolutely. So it's a great opportunity. A new offering we have this year, and we hope we have enough students sign up for it, is cosmetology. Okay. They have a cosmetology program at the Choice High School in Fort Walton Beach. And so we decided to try to offer it at Crestview High, see if we have enough students sign up, and we'll be beginning a cosmetology program up at our place.
All right.
And then another program that we had at Crestview High School for years and then went away and we're bringing back is construction technology.
Okay.
We have a construction technology program going on currently at Shoal River Middle School, and so we had nowhere for those students to go. It was kind of a dead-end program. So we're bringing this back into high school, and this is more than carpentry. This is construction technology, all areas of construction, not just framing up houses. Culinary arts, which has been one of our best programs. Paula Knight, the teacher's retiring, and we've got to find another teacher to fill her shoes, which is going to be huge. She is known throughout the state for producing students that have won contests in culinary arts throughout the state of Florida. Our crime scene investigation. CSI is big now, everybody watches it on TV, but we have actual classes, they're all full. We have 6 full classes of crime scene investigation, and that's a partnership with the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Department, and they actually provide the instructor for that class. We have DCT, which is again students that are out there doing on-the-job training. And Vic Long, our instructor in that class, spends most of his day out on the road checking on students and checking in with their employers and making sure they're doing a good job. And then he spends a lot of time with them in career training. They spend time in learning how to write resumes and how to do an interview for a job. So he spends a lot of time with them there. We have our electrical wiring program that is sponsored in part by Chelco. And they do a lot of work with our students, teaching them electrical wiring, from wiring a house to possibly being a lineman, with Chelco or with one of the other, Gulf Power or somebody. So we're providing a lot of training there for future employers. An engineering program, we have AutoCAD, where students are learning how to draw and design. They can actually learn programs that will enable them to get involved in engineering and designing programs using computers, designing buildings.
Right. Well, I took 4 years of drafting in high school. It was all by hand. So
exactly.
It's very different now.
Yes, it's way past that. We no longer have a drafting lab because it's all on a computer down. They're learning, and these students can come out of there and they can be career ready for a job in AutoCAD.
Wow.
Health occupations. Again, we prepare the students for a career in health occupations, and right now, I'm kind of personally seeing the results of that. My father's in a nursing home here in Crestview, and I'm there most every day visiting him, and I see the technicians, the nurses, and the people that are there, and what a great job they do taking care of these people. So this is a great program training these people. Information technology, which is a huge, and digital design, web design, networking, Adobe curriculums. We get certifications in Adobe and in different Microsoft areas, and networking, and then some of them are even learning how to do drawings and do cartoons and do things in that through the computer. So a lot of industry certification is offered through our IT programs.
So how valuable is that industry certification when they're going to look for a job?
Well, it's very valuable if they're going to look for a job, because it could mean a difference between an entry-level pay scale and a next level pay scale, because the amount of training that they would have to go through, they've already taken that step and they're certified, and so it'll help them at a little higher level. And a lot of these students are going on to college, but having this certification provides them a leg up getting into college and into especially if they went into an IT field through college certification.
Okay.
Our STRIDE program that we began several years ago, partners with FSU in providing training for students that want to go into the medical field. Again, this is looking more like students that want to become either doctors or nurses.
Okay.
And this is a great partnership with the FSU College of Medicine. And so this has been going on now for about 8 years, and we now have students we have our first students in med school now that went through the STRIDE program here. Right. And then last but not least is our welding program, where students are learning how to weld and getting, again, industry certification. And we have had students leave our school, graduate from high school, Crestview High, go get with the program like offshore drilling rigs, and making $30, $40 an hour beginning pay, because they pay very well in those welding jobs out there. So with that certification, so these programs are providing an opportunity for us to give back to our local businesses by providing a trained workforce for our local employers. And of course, this is not even counting what we do for our AP classes, our dual enrollment classes for students that are heading off to college. We're providing in this program opportunities for students that may be going to college or may be ready to go right into the workforce.
Right, they may want to do both.
Yes.
You know, and this gives them an opportunity to be able to afford maybe a little bit better to go to
Exactly.
to go to school. So very good. And what are the requirements for a student that wants to get involved? How do they get started in
They
this?
need to sign up for the programs with their guidance counselor at the high school, and once we get them, you know, they can pick what they want, what they're interested in, and most of these programs have several levels. I know there's 7 levels of welding.
Wow.
So they could start out at the beginning level and then work their way through it.
And is that on campus then, most of these classes?
Yes, it's right on campus.
Wow.
They can go to English class first period and go to welding or culinary arts second period.
Okay, all right, very good. So there's a lot going on. It's very practical education for the students. I'm sure they're still getting their language arts and their history
Yes.
and their math that they have to get, but then they're getting instead of using those electives for something that they may not use later in their life, they're using them for
Absolutely.
something that earns skills.
Yes.
Okay.
It's an excellent opportunity for our students and an excellent opportunity for us to, again, provide a trained workforce for our community.
Well, I'm very excited about that, and I'm glad that you brought that to our attention, and especially the new programs and the ones that you're bringing back. Yeah. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who are not aware of it. And is there a website that?
Again, if you go to Crestview High School website, you can go to oklaschools.com and then go from there, or CrestviewBulldogs.com. Just go to that, and we're out there, and you can look at the list of all of this. We're excited about the growth that's coming. Our new superintendent, Mary Beth Jackson, is very strong in the career fields and in this training. So she's providing us with some support and help in building these programs and making them even stronger.
And if a business person was interested in supporting one particular area, would they be able to sponsor a classroom or help partner with you or do something like that?
Absolutely. That would be an awesome thing. And we do have some of that, as I mentioned, Shelco working with our electrical wiring. So yes, we'd love to have businesses that would want to sponsor these classes and help out.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Bob. I think our time is about up, but I certainly appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
And when we come back, Dennis and our special guest, the chairperson of the Triple B Barbecue Festival, will be here to tell us more about the upcoming events with the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce. Stay tuned.
At Cox Media, we are committed to creating local demand for your business through the most engaging advertising solutions available. Utilizing Cox Media's promotional, research, and production services, we'll develop a customized marketing plan that fits your budget, giving you a clear snapshot of who your customers are and how to reach them. Contact us today and start capturing the attention of your customers wherever they live, work, shop, and play. Cox Media, your customers delivered.
Packers,
Vikings, Red State, Blue State.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country. Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Welcome back to Focus on Crestview. I'm Karen Hardell, president of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce. With me now are President-elect Dennis Mitchell and our chairperson for the 2013 Triple B Barbecue Festival, Alicia Booker. Welcome back, Alicia.
Thank you.
So this is the countdown to the 13th annual Triple B Festival. How are things going?
Things are going great. Again, like you said, it's actually the 9th annual this year, and we're really excited that we're getting down to the brass tacks, if you will, of the event. And things are coming together nicely. We're looking forward to a bigger and better event. We have so many people who are willing to participate from the community, and we're really excited about that.
Well, this is the largest community event in Crestview. We had last year about 12,000 people on Main Street. So it's a lot of fun. I know there are a lot of new people here in town that have never been, so we encourage them to come out. And what's the date for that?
The date is March 9th, and it's a Saturday. And
the date is April 6th.
Oh, you know, March 9th is my daughter's birthday, and I think I have that on the brain, which she will be happy to know. But yes, the date is April 6th for the event.
Okay, very good, very good. And is it too late to be involved?
No, it's not. We really have time to get everyone involved that wants to be involved. The vendor applications can be downloaded from the Chamber website, and you have until the end of this month if you want to participate as a vendor.
Okay.
March 29th is the deadline for your vendor application. And also, if you want to be involved as a volunteer, you have time to call in and just give us your information, and we'll be happy to plug you in on the day of the event.
And you can find something for them to do.
Oh
right?
yes, definitely.
Yes. Yeah, 12,000 people. There's a lot of cleaning up to do, a lot of following up to do, and that kind of
certainly.
thing. So, what about sponsors for this year?
Well, this year we have, like I said, a lot of new sponsors. We're excited about that. Our title sponsor for this year is none other than Cox Communications.
Yeah, very good.
But we'd also like to recognize our platinum and gold level sponsors as well.
Okay.
From the platinum level, we have the Florida Lottery, the City of Crestview, CenturyLink, Hub City Ford and Lee Buick GMC as co-sponsors, and Quality Imports. The gold level sponsors are Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Child Care Network, Shoal Creek Rehabilitation Center, Tobacco Free Florida, CCB Community Bank, and Lee Jeep Chrysler Dodge.
All right. And if just a regular person wants to participate and they don't want to be a vendor, or they don't want to be a sponsor, they just want to come out and eat some good barbecue, what do they need to know?
Well, one of the important things to understand that this is a barbecue competition, so we'll have competitors out there. Mm-hmm. So while it's a fun-filled family event and you can come out and have some good barbecue, we want to encourage you to participate in the People's Choice. And what People's Choice is, it gives the community a chance to sample the barbecue before having to actually purchase a full meal. Mm-hmm. So the People's Choice tickets are sold for $1, and you'll get a sample of the barbecue. And the ticket that you will have will be a 2-part ticket this year. So with one portion of the ticket, you'll give that to the barbecue competitor to receive your sample. Mm-hmm. And if you absolutely love what they have to offer, then you would take your vote portion of your ticket back to one of the 3 information booths that we have to vote for your favorite barbecue competitor. And that's how we choose the People's Choice Awards that we do.
People's Choice Award is a coveted award. Those competitors really go after that every year.
They do.
So you could make a difference. You could really have an influence on this. Your vote counts.
Can. Your vote definitely counts, and it also tastes good to vote as well.
It does. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And thank you for that update. I know that you have a website, don't you? There's a way that people can get updates?
Yes, if you want updates, you can go to the Chamber's website and click on the Triple B 2013 link, or you can go to Facebook and follow us on Facebook to get a full listing of our sponsors, because there are many sponsors other than just the Platinum and Gold, and we want to recognize them as well. Mm-hmm. And also to get the latest updates about what's going to be happening on the day of the event.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Alicia. I'm very excited about it. Looking forward to it. And Dennis, there have been a lot of other things going on in the Chamber. What's new?
My goodness, it just gets busier every month. We've had another banner month go on here. We have lots of stuff. I better get to the whole listings here.
Okay.
We have 10 new members in the month of February. Tulin Development, Jerry Tulin, and she is a real dynamo. If you've not met Jerry, you need to. She's great. Military Media with Dick Brunengraber. Mr. Mattress, Jeffrey Douglas. Whitworth Builders, Scarlett Godfrey, and Country Chicken and Fish, Dustin Davis. And Karen and I know Dustin knows how to cook chicken. It is absolutely excellent. Our old friend Jill Cadenhead is back with SunTrust Mortgage, and a new member back with us. Tomorrow Communications, Kathy Morrow. Hollingshead Enterprises, Bob Hollingshead. Emerald Coast Wildlife Refuge, Amanda Wilkerson. Us biologists like to see that.
Yes.
The Whetstone Group, Jeff Scroggins, somebody who's been a friend of the Chamber for a long time. We had 4 ribbon cuttings, actually 5. We had a joint one with the other chambers, but we had Waste Management. That was a spectacular one. They brought their very high-tech, very efficient new trucks up to demonstrate for us. Those natural gas trucks are a big deal, and we have this area is one of the first to get them. Speedy Prince and Lulu Beans together. Fun ribbon cutting we had there. Lulu Beans is a unique gift shop. They also have some nice wine paraphernalia there too. LP&L Financial, Paul Lowry, right there on Main Street. What a beautiful job he did remodeling that old building into a gorgeous office. You need to stop by and see Paul. In my sister's closet, in the pouring rain, we celebrated 10 years of success with my sister's closet there at 625 Ferdinand Boulevard.
And we love to see that, businesses with longevity.
Exactly right. And we also went to one with Pleat and Perry down in Destin, and it was well attended for the law firm down there. We had a good time with that. We have a lot of events coming up, and we have the Health and Wellness Committee meeting is March 5th. Don't forget our breakfast on the 7th. If you've not been to one of the Chamber's breakfast up there, it is a good time to be had by all. We must have had 50 door prizes last month. I think it was amazing. The Arts and Culture Committee meeting on March 11th. The MAC Committee, Derek Lott has done a great job with our very active MAC Committee this year. They meet on the 12th. Government Issues we'll be featuring Brian Hughes talking about the Sister City program. By the way, Government Issues with Phyllis Enzor from Enzor Management and Munsell Mitchell from Chester and Barr put on a very nice candidate forum. On the 26th of February, we had 128 people attend. We had 9 of the 10 candidates from the Crestview elections.
That's fantastic for a municipal election to have that kind of turnout.
Absolutely, they did a fabulous job getting that put together. We have the business after hours on March 14th, Lee Buick GMC, and if it's anywhere as good as their ribbon cutting, that'll be a good one. And by the way, Coastal Bank had a wonderful after hours. If they're North Branch and Crestview, Mary Richard had some wonderful South Louisiana recipes. They were just great. We also have the Pilot Committee meeting. Christy Cadenhead will meet with her group on Christopher's Uncorked Bistro. They're on Main Street. And the Ambassadors Committee meeting will be at Java Journey. It's down on Main Street as well. And it's a busy month all the way around. We have a lot of things happening.
A lot going on, so no matter what your interests are, there's something for you at the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce.
You got it.
And thanks you guys so much for your update, and be sure to visit the website, crestviewchamber.com, or call the office at 632, what is their number?
3212.
3212. And you've been watching Focus on Crestview with the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce.